Hello, it's February 10th, and this is the Light Read. Read Nailed's companion series to their Monday morning newsletter brought to you by Keystone Technologies. In particular, their reflector LED flood bulbs. These have great directional lighting, not a lot of shadows to them. They're smooth, good dimming, great for indoor recessed downlights. These offer 15,000 hour lifespans and about a fifth the energy use as an equivalent halogen. That's KeystoneTech.com or a link in the description. But getting into the news, Fujian province is probably going to keep their factories closed. The extended New Year is over, but all provincial authorities are still asking residents to remain at home as much as possible due to the outbreak over there. Expect delays on almost everything. LRC has launched a major probe into light and brain activity. This is a 4-week study that's going to take EEG measurements of participants' brain activity under a number of lighting conditions, all while maintaining uniform sleep habits, just to see what is what inside your head. ASHRAE is going to release a new building code. This is a new guide on designing for operational excellence. It's going to come out in the fall. Speaking of the fall, they're also moving to a new headquarters that'll meet or exceed these building codes. The Sapphire Awards announces their finalists. These are the short lists for 17 different categories of award. These are going to get declared on the 12th this month. Look for it at Strategies in Light. I wonder who else might be there. Some guys you might know. We'll see. The CIE Symposium of Hong Kong is in jeopardy. Now, this April conference may be postponed or shifted online, given, the recent events in Hong Kong, plus 2019 NCOV spreading around the area. On Get a Grip on Lighting, episode 121, they're talking to Abraham Schnitzler of CBC Lighting, and this is just some old-fashioned lighting dorkouts. There's a lot of talk about keeping legacy going, finding things, and dealing with people. It's one of the lighter fun chats. Nothing too crazy, nothing too weird. Just geeking out. Lighting in Homes for Tomorrow competition launches. This is for manufacturers of connected products. They're now taking submissions. The NLB has released a video of a panel they did on horticultural lighting. Good watch. You've got Greg Berry from and Neil Yorio from BIOS. BIOS, design lights for the space station. Nora has donated to the California Fire Foundation. That's the non-profit bit of the California Professional Firefighters Association, which supports families of victims of fire, including fallen firefighters. Osram has reported a strong first quarter. Revenues were up 873 million euros compared to the previous Q1 last year. Encouraging. Hepper USA announces new facility in Wisconsin. This is a Turkish-owned company. It focuses on outdoor lighting and optical solutions, but they're opening a new local HQ in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Light pollution is disrupting firefly mating habits. Yep, Tufts University has concluded that big reason for their decline in population is sky glow, getting in the way of their own glow. Can't find each other. But isn't that modern life? Massachusetts has proposed a dark sky regulation. Same wording on 2 bills, one in the Senate, one in the House, proposing that all exterior lighting be fully shielded. Panasonic is passing off its European lighting division. This is Panasonic Lighting Europe, sold entirely to Fidelium Partners in Munich. Panasonic says they'd rather focus on Asia for the time being. University College of Dublin have discovered that horses don't mind red light. This is the case where if you keep low-intensity reds on in a horse housing facility, is it a barn, a shed? I feel like it has its own name. At night, it doesn't alter melatonin compared to being dark. Good for them. LSI reports on Q2 2020 results. LSI hosted a conference call on the 4th, and they're claiming they're up $1.6 million overall. Installation rate for smart poles is going to be about 22,000 per year in 2028. That's Navigant Research doing a little guesstimation based on how much we're going to want Wi-Fi and 5G in smart cities. We're going to see 22,000 connected poles going up a year in 8 years. The City Council of Sandwich is commissioning a study for streetlight replacements. This is a town in Illinois. They're going to spend some money to figure out what's what before they dive into doing LEDs downtown. Acuity partners with Symmetry. Symmetry Lighting will be their rep agents in BC, except Cranbrook and Fort St. John, which are basically Alberta. Cohos launches a green initiative. This is a New York town doing a comprehensive energy efficiency program, starting with consulting with the Power Authority and some people in the state Senate to do this sort of thing, but they're going to be pulling down a lot of lightings, a lot of HVAC to make it all better. Lutron has rolled out a new estimation software. So this is free, web-based. You just plug in how many fixtures, how much space, how many people, and it helps you guess how much any given project might cost. I noodled around with it. It made sense to me. The smart lighting market will reach $30.6 billion by 2025. It seems like Europe is going to drive that, but it seems like a lot of connected light bulbs. Satco adds a new rep agency. Dad Sales will be covering Saskatchewan. Orion, that's a turnkey lighting provider, has pulled down some big contracts. One, installing custom fixtures and controls for 2 facilities owned by an as yet unknown online retailer. It's going to run them $4.8 million. That project goes through in 2021. And they're also doing a whole bunch of healthcare work in somewhere to the tune of $19 million this summer. LEDs in horticulture market analysis. This is market research consultants seeing the whole thing being worth just short of $8 billion by 2024. Commercial lighting controls market to grow by 5% per year. Another study from Navigant. They're saying IoT adoption is going to keep controls growing. Floyd County Schools are planning $8.6 million in upgrades. This is in Kentucky. This is mostly lighting retrofits and more HVAC. And 2 more real fast. This is Flicker will stimulate Alzheimer's patients. If you flash 40 hertz in their eyes, it triggers a greater release of the chemicals in your brain that signal, compared to just not flickering lights at Alzheimer's patients. It's really reassuring. There's also a bit of little side data out of this, is that 20 hertz might do the opposite, which helps other problems. So there we go. And the Lux Review has reviewed filament-style LEDs. One of their writers, Alan Tula, is doing a little comprehensive breakdown on 6 different lamps, help you decide what one you might want to go with for your decorative needs. Meanwhile, on the old revolving door, we've got Corey Burrows joining the Grow Light team at Barron. Angel Escamilla has been hired as Director of Quality and Engineering at Espen. Luminance CEO Christopher LaRocca has left the company in favor of Nortec Security Control. Interlux has hired Antonio Cuccoli as VP of Sales. Halco has added Don Runyon as VP of Sales and Marketing. And Acuity has appointed Maya Liebman to the board of directors. And that's it. That's me. I'm Scott Wachter. That's the news this week, brought to you by Keystone Tech and Nailed. Nailed is, of course, hosting their big old convention in Biloxi, Mississippi in April. Register now. Until then, though, please do rate, comment, and subscribe to this wherever you leave ratings, comments, and do your subscribing. Catch you Monday.